Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
Things I didn't think I would see this week. There's going to be a Last Unicorn live action movie, which has been in development for like 20 or 30 years now, right?
Because of course there is.
Because of course there is. But apparently there's also going to be a musical with Fergie involved. Fergie. Fergie.
That's right.
The musical. Okay. Big girls don't cry. Big unicorns don't cry.
I'm just tired of live action movies. Just stop.
So we're gonna talk about this because we are children of the 80s, and we are actually the entire household big fans of The Last Unicorn.
Oh, Pinky especially.
Oh my God, she loves The Last Unicorn.
But you know, I don't think the booby tree is going to be in this version.
I don't know that.
I don't know how you can live action the booby tree.
You could.
But that'd be a completely different movie.
You could. Yeah, I don't know how that would go, though. Anyway, we're going to talk about this interesting development. It is kind of a follow-up to a video we did last year talking about the author Peter S. Beagle finally reclaiming his rights to The Last Unicorn, and almost immediately they set out to make a movie, which I'd heard about them making a live-action movie in, like, the early 2000s. They were talking about it, and I think they were going to get, Weta involved. It was going to be like, Peter Jackson or something. I heard all these crazy rumors, and it never happened. Now we're going to get it. And a musical with music by Fergie.
Because it's 2022, so it's the year of being creatively bankrupt, where you just reboot stuff that already existed.
Could be worse. Could be worse. Could be a Netflix series.
Oh, we don't know where it's going.
Oh, God, it could be a Netflix movie. Okay, we're gonna talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 256,000 subs. Yay! Thank you for the support. We do talk about the animation industry, talk about animation, talk about anime, and it's really interesting because the Last Unicorn is actually kind of a low-key Studio Ghibli film, because many of the animators that worked on this film, as well as The Hobbit and the Return of the King.
You can tell.
Actually, the Christmas specials, they were, I believe it was Topcraft, and they also worked on Thundercats, and then they wound up going to Studio Ghibli. So it kind of, sort of was a Studio Ghibli movie. And
in a very roundabout way.
In a very, very roundabout way. But yeah, it was actually pretty good. I mean, the dialogue, the delivery of some of the dialogue was kind of wonky.
Yeah.
It was almost like I kind of felt like some cases it was like, hey, first take. Okay, good. Awesome.
Let's go. Yeah.
You know, the Ed Wood style of directing. But for what it was pretty good. It was really dark for a children's movie.
But that was the 80s. Oh my God. Like the 80s, we got all kinds of dark shit. Secret of Nim. Yep. You know, we had, what else we have? We had Dark Crystal. I mean, Care Bears fighting Satan. My Little Pony fighting Satan. I mean, it was pretty damn dark.
Everybody fought Satan.
Pretty much some iteration of Satan.
That's got to be the fundamentalist Christian thing, because Dungeons and Dragons was bad, so all the other characters have to fight Satan.
I don't know, but it's usually some evil, something like Satan, and they fought all the time.
The Christmas special, they're like fighting Satan.
And it's like in the 80s was hardcore, man. A lot of these people that won today couldn't have survived the 80s. They want to take it and use it, but if they had been a kid in the 80s, they would have lost their shit, or they wouldn't be so whiny now. It could go either way.
Yeah. It was Topcraft. Yeah, it was a good movie though, but it was dark. It had titties. We had a titty harpy. But I love the character. Titty tree. Yeah, lots of titties.
But the character design, yes. The unicorn design is iconic.
It is. And hopefully they're going to keep that. God, I'm just trying to think of the musical. What the hell are they going to... Now, they had Music by America, which...
It wasn't that good.
Wasn't really that good. I'm
hearing it in my head.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad, but Fergie could be an improvement.
Fergie could be an improvement.
And that's saying something.
Yeah. But anyway, classic. Peter S. Beagle got the rights back. We talked about that. It's coming from comicbook.com. Last Unicorn live action movie stage musical with Fergie reportedly in the works. The report comes from the FAQ page on the Beagleverse website via CBR, and a few details are available. Beagleverse is a recently formed entertainment company founded by Lauren Sands and Michael Hurd in partnership with Beagle, who's got to be 70s or 80s now. The only information on the live-action adaptation and stage musical is that both are in the works. Stage musical with Fergie Live action adaptation produced by Beagleverse. Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen. I mean, everybody's getting a freaking musical now. Do they even make original, other than Hamilton, do they make original Broadway musicals anymore? Or is it all like Elf, the musical, Beetlejuice, the musical?
Which is coming back, by the way. Pinky Boo's thrilled.
Yeah, she is. She missed it. She's got the vinyl.
She does. I made sure my mom got it for her birthday.
My kids are badass. They got vinyl and they got all this like really obscure
there
music.
There was an online, there was like a Zoom room, like, trivia challenge, and Squid King was all happy because he won the whole trivia on the 80s music. He won it. Raised
them correctly.
That's right.
And they both collect vinyl, and they both have very, very good taste in music, I think.
Yeah, you'd think, because they take after you. I don't really care, so it doesn't bother me, but Neon is big on 80s music and 70s music and 60s music. And
I'm big on
music.
Yeah, I was a DJ in another life. That was kind of fun, sort of. Except there were some weird people. There's some weird people at the radio station. Anyway, first published in 1968, The Last Unicorn is a fantasy classic that tells the story of a unicorn who believes that she is the last of her kind in the world and thus undertakes a quest to find out what happened to the others. They all got pushed into the sea. Spoiler!
By the Red Bull.
By the Red Bull.
Which predates Red Bull, right?
Yeah, he didn't give her wings. That'd be Pegasi. The beloved book was adapted into an animated feature film produced by Rankin Bass in 1982, with the screenplay written by Beagle, had Christopher Lee. I actually thought when I was a kid that it was another Hobbit movie because the art style was the same art.
Yeah, it looks just like it.
And I'm like, oh yeah, it's like another Hobbit, but with unicorns for some reason. Where's Bilbo?
So I guess the story had two previous stage adaptations. One was actually presented in the Intamin Playhouse in Seattle.
Okay.
In 1988 with a ballet company, Pacific Northwest Ballet.
Okay.
And he wrote the script. And the second stage adaptation was in 2009. It was presented in Chicago at the Promethean Theater Ensemble. So there already exists stage plays. So that's not such a stretch then, because they already exist.
But they didn't have Fergie.
No, that's the new one.
That's the new wrinkle. They didn't have Fergie. I'm surprised they didn't get Lin-Manuel Miranda to do this one.
No. He's already too busy kissing Disney's ass.
Yeah, right. I'm surprised Disney didn't buy this one. Oh, give them time. They will. They talked about the development hell, and it's been years. I mean, I've heard about this movie potentially, possibly getting made for like 25 years. And now it's getting...
I just was like, only time I heard about it was when we talked about it the last time. And I was like, this is a bad idea. I still think it's a bad idea. Yep. Especially if it's a live action.
Yeah, so we don't know where it's going to go. God, I hope it doesn't go to Netflix. I hope it doesn't go to Netflix.
Why? I don't understand. Like, they keep pushing animation in these places. They all want animation. So their answer is to live action adaptation it. And then Disney keeps live action adaptating all of their animated films. But meanwhile, they're yelling about how they want more animation for more content. I mean, I get the live action's probably cheaper. Yeah. Overall, but I'm just like, this just doesn't make sense.
Anyway, here Beagle's agent breaks down the lineage here, which I thought was pretty interesting because I've tried to explain this to people before. I'm actually a huge Rankin Bass fan.
It's true.
People don't understand. Like, I love Rankin Bass Christmas specials, and I love pretty much everything they've ever done. And my dream. And this is not, please don't go out and do this because you're going to have to mortgage a house. But I would love to have some of the Animagic figures. I
don't think anybody's going to send you that anyway.
No, because they're like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Right. I don't think no one likes you that much.
Nobody likes me that much. No. But it's so weird because Rudolph and Santa, they found them. It was somebody that worked on the original Rudolph. And they used it like the candy bowl because they didn't think they were the original figures, but they were. And then they went on tour with them or whatever. But for a long time, you could actually buy the figures pretty cheap. And then people started collecting them. And now you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I don't know.
Nobody likes me that much.
I didn't even look into it for you, and I love you.
I know you do. That's okay.
I'm not paying hundreds of thousands of dollars.
It's either a couple $100,000 or we get Nestor the long-eared donkey and we put him in.
No, we're saying do not go anywhere near Nestor.
Yeah, Geeky.
I don't like Nestor.
Geeky doesn't like Nestor. But actually, I was a big fan of Rankin Bass, not just because of the Christmas specials, but because that was my introduction to Tolkien, The Hobbit. They used to run The Hobbit all the time. It was on Disney Channel all the time, and I loved it. And they used to run Last Unicorn too. So this is his agent, Connor Cochran.
Isn't that the guy that was he was trying to get himself removed from?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Side note, Cochran would later face allegations of elder abuse, leading to Beagle finally obtaining the rights to his work. Anyway, this is how it was explained by the guy at the time. Financed in England, because it was ITC, I think it was the Muppet people. Produced by Rankin Bass, American company. All the work was being done in Japan, which was a process of Rankin Bass going to less expensive animators in another country. Did this all the time. Same people did Thundercats. And they hired, most of the animation was done by a company called Topcraft.
Yep.
Which I did know that. And the minute they finished The Last Unicorn, Miyazaki hired them. And in fact, he didn't just hire them. The studio top rep was in financial difficulties. He came in and took them over and bought them up and turned it into Studio Ghibli.
Literally a Studio Ghibli, yes.
Topcraft was Ghibli.
Okay, so I guess it's not as roundabout way as it seems.
Nope. Most of the animators and designers who worked on The Last Unicorn became the core team of Studio Ghibli. And all of those, Nausicaa, Kiki, all of them, the great Miyazaki early movies, were done by many of the same people who worked on The Last Unicorn. So there you go. There you go. That's
they literally are Studio Ghibli.
They literally are. Which I did know with Topcraft, because a lot of people are like, wow, it was connected to the Thundercats. It's like, yeah, because
Well, I knew that the animators went over and worked for Studio Ghibli. I didn't realize they actually bought it.
Yeah.
And then they just became Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, and they worked on a lot of the Christmas specials, too. I know Topcraft worked on... Well, one of your favorites, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
I do love that one.
That was one
since
they
I was
worked on.
little.
Yeah, so there you go, guys. I thought it's pretty interesting, but we're eventually going to get a movie. What could possibly go
A
wrong?
live action movie.
Live
It's
action.
not like they're reanimating it and doing like a modernized, which could be bad, but a new version of it. No, it's going to be a live action adaptation of The Last Unicorn, which apparently, and a stage play with Fergie doing the music.
With Fergie.
Which actually might be an improvement over the original music. I mean,
you never know.
It probably is an improvement.
Hey, Danny Elfman did some kick-ass soundtracks. If you said, hey, the guy from Oingo Boingo was going to do all the superhero music, Batman and Spider-Man, all the superhero music that you love, I would have been like, you're smoking crack.
Yeah, so there you go.
So there you go.
Maybe she'll surprise us all, but honestly, the bar is very low. So it's not going to take much.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.